Hey, welcome to another episode of the Not Scrum Dumb podcast. I'm your co-host, Andreanna Marshall, and that's my amazing co-host.
Grand Scrum Master Scott. Greetings, everyone.
Today, we're going to go over a subscriber question. And the question is, I've recently transitioned into a Scrum Master role from a background in health and social care management. Over the past few months, I've been immersing myself in Scrum theory and have scheduled my PSM1 assessment. Could you provide some guidance for someone new to this role, especially on how to navigate the challenges of limited technical knowledge due to my non technical background? Scott, do you want to take a shot at this one first?
Yeah, I'll start with this. First of all, thank you so much for the question and congratulations on your new position. Very nice. Start where you are. So, you coming from healthcare. Now, I have a little sister that is a nurse, and I'm sure she got some baseline education while she was in school practicing on the dummies. Practicing on the dummies. But at some point in time, you got to practice on real human beings, right? I'm glad you're with me, right? Okay, cool. Now, did you know all the technical stuff when you came out of school, nursing school, whatever it might have been, whatever sector you were learning? Probably not. In some cases, you're going to learn the technical stuff along the journey while you're doing the work. Now, here's another cool thing. Andreanna and I do this podcast. And really, most companies I go work in, they doing some type of video production. They doing some type of curriculum upgrade. I'm thinking about human resources. I'm thinking about marketing and sales. So how is my YouTube experiences carry over to, let's say, my job experience? We making videos over there too. We writing descriptions and things like that. So that's a skill set that we do on our own. We don't get paid for these videos. So we do it because we love it. We have fun. We want to give you some great stuff. But the skill set is transferable over to the workplace, depending upon what we're doing, what team we're on. And you don't know what team you're getting on until you're actually on the team. So, what skill sets do you have? Look at that first. Start with your own inventory instead of focusing on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have. And then, as you get in the environment, begin to add to those things, add more things to it. Don't forget, find a way to use this in your personal life. Yeah. Instead of working on the dummy, the mannequin, work on a real person. Work on yourself. Use it in your personal life. Andriana.
I think when you're new to a role, there's so much to learn. And of course, we focus on the technical aspect. I do think you have to have an understanding. You don't need to know everything. I don't think you need to have been a developer to be an effective Scrum Master. I think you just need to understand the technology that you're working with. We do talk about this in another video, which we will leave a link in the description for, where we talk specifically about, do you need to be technical to be a Scrum Master? But to continue with this question, I think one, it's just important to understand the technology. Two, be patient. You're going to need to learn a lot more than just technology to be an effective Scrum Master. I think three, have a mentor or be a part of some group that helps you continuously improve, which I think goes into four, which is continuously learning. So if you have that group or that mentor, you're going to constantly be learning and challenged to grow on a regular basis, because it's really important for us to embody that as well as our teams. If we continuously grow, and then our teams will also continuously grow based on what we're learning and how we're growing, we're able to help them more effectively. Scott, do you have anything else?
The other thing I would add is just add a lot of questions. Developers do a wonderful job of explaining things to you and making it plain vanilla, if you will. I remember when I first got into the space, architecture sounds like a very, intimidating word. But a developer said, Scott, are you familiar with home building? I'm like, yeah. He said, so architecture would be like the frame of the house. Okay, what would networking be? What networking would be like the electrical wires within the house. So again, just don't be afraid to ask developers. The beautiful thing I like about software and IT or in this here, really just Scrum and Agile as a whole, everybody ask a question, they more than willing to answer your question and get you the help you need. Because people know you know. They're going to know right off the bat that you knew, but don't hesitate to ask questions and just put yourself out there and learn what you need to learn. Yeah, plenty of people willing to help you do that.
Yeah, I still ask questions. I have two technical certifications, and I still ask questions about what's going on in the environment, how we've set up everything, because some of the theory that you learn is not always the same as the practice of what we've actually built. So you're always going to have those questions. Hopefully, you don't feel like an imposter, because everyone's going to have questions. Even developers that start and they may have had years of experience, they take time to ramp up. There are developers that I know that had years of experience but never worked with AWS. And what are they doing? Asking a ton of questions, and they feel kind of like a newbie at that particular point because they need a lot of help. And Scott, to your point, knowing that you're new, it's a great opportunity to learn. When I started my first job, I technically wasn't a scrum master, I was a project coordinator. I learned everything. Someone taught me how to write SQL, so I worked the help desk. I learned a little bit of C sharp, which I do not use any of that today, but it was a great experience to understand what they're going through. You don't have to do that, but just understanding how they deliver is going to help you remove impediments or any other issues a lot easier. Thank you for the question. If you watching have a question, leave a comment. It could be about this topic or it could be another topic. We'll turn it into a video. And also, you can subscribe to our email list. We started that and we are sending exclusives to our email subscribers. So make sure you do that. You can also find us on LinkedIn. Our LinkedIn's are in the description. And as always, if you made it to the end of this video, that means you have an attention span greater than a goldfish.
Be legendary, everyone, but not Scrum Dumb.